morning. I'm Nancy Newhard. This is the Alleghany Highlands Arts and Crafts Center's one of the best shows of the year, every year. It's the annual high school art competition, the Artist in Education residency exhibit, and an exhibit of the works of the two residency artists. The Artist in Education residency is a program co-sponsored by the Virginia Commission for the Arts and the Arts and Crafts Center to bring a professional artist to the schools to work with the kids for 5 days each semester. And of course, when the pandemic hit, everything went a little bit askew, but we have managed to pull it back together and do a lot of things virtually. So now we have an exhibit with work by 89 students, 2 art teachers, and 2 professional artists throughout the gallery, and it's really a blockbuster. This piece won Best in Show for the annual high school art competition. It's by Grace Bennett from Covington High School, and it's a piece called An Altered Book. The title of the piece is Word Garden, and as you can see, she's taken an old book and cut pieces out and then reattached them and painted and done some other work with it as well. So it's a combination of sculpture and collage and a whole new art form. It's just really wonderful. She's done a great job with it. If you walk through the rest of the show, there are ribbons hanging at all the prize winners, and we have 9 categories this year for prize winners. So we have a first and second place in each category, as well as an honorable mention. And it's the old saying of, I'm sorry there's not a ribbon for everybody, but there really is some wonderful stuff in this show, whether it's a winner or not. So please come and enjoy it. Okay, 2 other pieces in the show that I think are very bright and colorful are Ariel Dunaway's mixed media stitched florals piece, and this other mixed media piece by Lane Killingsworth. One's from Alleghany High School, one's from Covington High School, both really well done. And then we have a number of small craft pieces by Ace Rogers, 2 little diptych pieces. I don't know if you can get in tight enough to see the little kitty and the little bitty frog right there, but they're really marvelous. And then because so many kids were out having to work at home with whatever materials they had, one of the Covington students, Grace Bennett, did this really marvelous sculpture of flowers in a vase out of styrofoam cups. It has just fascinated all of us. We also have some pictures that have been done, or works by the art teachers. Each year we try and encourage them to have time to make their own art as well. So we have some ceramic work by Courtney Jarvis and some paintings by Caitlin Cantor. As I said, part of this exhibit has to do with the Artist in Education residency. And we had completed the fall residency in 2019, and we were a week short of finishing the spring version of it. The project during the fall residency was to do a collaborative exhibit with each class doing a large 4 by 8 foot assemblage, which is basically a 3-dimensional collage. As you can see, there are lots of things attached to these boards, and they will eventually, we hope, be hung at the high school and or other locations that are open to the public in the city of Covington. So the Covington kids got half theirs done in a normal manner. The second half had to be done virtually, and it had to be completely redesigned. So we, in the end, made kits to go for the kids with a 12 by 12 panel, and they had to work individually. So we sent home Ziploc bags full of strange and wonderful things that they could attach, still dealing with the environmental theme, what's happened to it, how we can take care of it, how we can be better at taking care of it. And the small square pieces are from the second semester Covington High School students during the residency. In the classroom with the art teacher during the residency is a professional artist who's also adept at teaching. And the teacher for the residency artist for the 2019-2020 residency was an artist by the name of Tara Hall. And for this exhibit, she said that she coped with the pandemic by doing a lot of plein air painting. And so we have 6 of her really lovely paintings here in the gallery as well. Okay. Also in the back part of the gallery is the residency work with Jennifer Galvin from Stafford, Virginia. Jennifer is a handmade paper artist. She takes paper pulp and runs it through and applies it to a screen, dips it out with a screen, and can use a stencil to create specific shapes like this to make handmade paper. And the texture can vary depending on how you dry the paper. She uses something called a restraint method, and this, as you can see, is very flat looking. So we have several pieces of her work in the back part of the gallery, most of it in frames. One piece is not, it's wrapped like a canvas might be. And those are all done by a process called pulp painting, where you pick up a little bitty tiny piece of the pulp and you lay it on the screen, and you lay it on the screen until you have your finished image. In the back part of the gallery also we have a number of collaborative pieces done by the Alleghany High School students under the instruction of Caitlin Cantor and residency artist Jennifer Galvin. They did pieces that were triptychs. They worked together on some of these. They cast some bowls. They cast their high school logo on a little piece of paper. And all this will be on exhibit through June 17th. It's a really wonderful show, and I hope you won't miss it.